Hello, so for today's video we're going to be doing a get ready with me. I'm literally just going out for something to eat, so it's nothing too fancy, just wanted like a little bit of makeup on. I'll say a little bit, it's a lot. When I do sort of get ready with me, they're kind of like tutorials and get ready with me, like I am going out to go somewhere, but I also talk about what I'm doing and all the products I'm using and blah 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 blah. And no, it's not like get ready with me, I have 10 minutes till I've got to leave. I have like 4 hours till I've got to leave, because I've also got to do my hair and obviously change. So you know, I need a lot of time. So anyway, the eyebrows are done. So now we're just going to move on to eyes. I don't really do eyebrows on camera because they're a hot mess and I can't deal with it. But what I have on is the Maybelline, I don't know if it's the Tattoo Brow. It's like the tint. So what I usually do, or what I have done in the past, and I'm like blubbering on here, I'll wear it the night before, because it says 20 minutes or up to 2 hours. So I usually do 2 hours, and then the next day obviously I'll just like wash my face and some of the product comes off, and then I just fill in my brows. But what I've actually done is I've actually applied it today, let it set I think for about 40 minutes just because I didn't have 2 hours, and then just filled them in a little bit, added some Anastasia brow wiz, like a little bit of pencil just to sort of fill in any missing gaps. Took the Patrick Taupe brow, like a lamination gel thing that you get in a little tube, and then some Glossier boy brow just in the front, and this is what we sort of have. So a lot of it is quite a lot of the tint that's left over. I just love how it makes my eyebrows look. It's super easy as well, which obviously, and like it's a lot of product yet again, but my brows are a hot mess. So I've got to do what I've got to do. So I'm going to zoom you in a little bit, because now we're going to move on to the eyes, just so you can get a good look. So I'm just going to prep the eyelids. So I'm going to take the Smashbox. This is the 24-hour photo finish shadow primer. I've said it before in many videos. Smashbox no longer sell in the UK. So yeah, this is like when I bought it previously, before they sort of announced that they're no longer selling over here. But yeah, if you know a good dupe for this, obviously let me know, and I can go ahead and sort of purchase it once this sort of runs out. But for the meantime, obviously it's okay, but for everyone else it's not great because you can't buy it in the UK. But obviously if you're from a different country, you can. I don't know if it's just exclusively in the US, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure I've seen MAC do one like this in like a little squeezy tube. I don't know if that's similar or not. I'm not a big fan of the soft ochre paint pot. My eyelids are quite oily, so I need something that's like really gonna lock it into place. Otherwise I get loads of like creasing, especially like really heavy glitter, and it will just run down my face. So yeah. And then sort of what's left over, I just sort of take a little bit sort of under the eyes. We sort of just have this situation. So it is a clear base. I know a lot of people, excuse me, so I just had lunch, so I'm burping. They prefer something with colour, so obviously it can sort of hide discoloration. I would recommend MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. It's not a bad one. It's just like I said, my eyelids are so oily that it can hold it either really well or it can be really bad. It's sort of that in between. If you don't have like really oily eyelids, then obviously it's perfect. But yeah, what's another one that I've used? I've used a few times the Hourglass. They have an eyelid primer, but I've only used it like once or twice. I keep forgetting that I have it because obviously I just keep picking this up. So I will have to give that more of a go. What else? I loved the Anastasia one, you know, like that come in the silver tube, and it was hella pigmented. It was basically like white. But I was like, oh, the tube leaks everywhere, blah blah blah. But I think the mini's supposed to be okay. And the thing is with that, it was like the tiniest amount in the longest way. I mean, I had like a mini tube. I'm like talking like this big, and it lasted me ages. I'm pretty sure I still got a little bit left, so I might start using that again, see how I get on. I think I'm just blabbing now. But yeah, I think that's what I might do. I don't really know what I'm doing today. I'm using the Bperfect. This is the Carnival Free Love Tahiti Stacey Marie palette. This is what she looks like. So she's very colourful. and you'd think I'd use some of the colours in here, but I'm actually going to just go for the browns. I don't know whether or not to put something like a little bit in the crease and then do like a dark like eyeliner, not black. I don't think I want like a nice brown, maybe like cocoa or something. So you're just sort of coming along with me for the journey. So I'm just going to take some tape, because if I am going to do a winged eyeliner I need this, so I'm just going to stick that on first. Okay, so we've got the tape down, so I've sort of stuck it, hopefully you can see, more like straight than angled, just because I feel like I like it more winged eyeliner when it comes out because of the eye shape and stuff. I don't really know. So sorry, I'm like looking at my brushes and I'm trying to think what one I want to take first. So this is the KJ Hughes and this is the number 19. So I'm going to start by taking, I feel like I want something a little bit lighter than cocoa. Let's take ginger, this one down here. So I'm going to take a very light hand with this, because I don't want anything too heavy. So I'm just taking, I've got like a little towel, I'm just dusting off the excess on that, because I'd rather add a little bit and then build it up rather than too much. So this is just going into the crease. Now I'm going to take the number 11 brush, this is the same collection, and I'm going to take ginger and tan lines together, so just mix it up. Pat off the excess on this little towel. This comes with the KJ Hughes collection. Let me just show you what it looks like. It's literally just like a little green towel. It's got Spectrum KJ Hughes. This is honestly fantastic. I usually use a colour switch, which looks like this. Obviously you can get that as well, but I feel like I'm just loving the towel at the minute because it's so big and I have a lot of room and I can just like dab it here, dab it there. I mean, I've still got eyeliner where I've been dabbing it on, and I have washed it, obviously. I wash it every time I use it, and it just hasn't come off, but obviously it's like really strong eyeliner. So we're just gonna like pat this, yeah, our corner here. Taking just tan lines on the brush now. On, and then with this brush, the number 19, just gonna, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the crease. So I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild, this is the Photo Focus concealer. I don't really like this concealer, I just use it literally just for cutting the crease, because what I do is, this is obviously quite long, but I'll cut the crease, remove the concealer, put more eye base down, and then my shadow, just because I don't really know. I mean, no, it depends on the look, I think. If I like concealer down, depends if I'm going for something like really matte. If I'm going for something really glittery, I like to remove it. But obviously, I'm just not a pro at like taking like a bit of a wet brush and being like, oh yeah, I can cut the crease like this. I'd love to be that person, but I'm not. So this is how I do it. Obviously, makeup's makeup. You do it how you see fit, how you feel more comfortable. You know, there's no judgment with makeup. Everyone learns, everyone does everything different. So yeah, I've taken this on the back of my hand. So I literally, like this, take it back and forth. Make sure that it's really nice and soaked. So this is a Peaches and Cream, and this is a PC51 brush. I love this for really cutting the crease because it can get really, really flat. So it's like perfect. So I just put some down, look up, and then where we've got like this line that sits at the top, that's where we're going to cut the crease to. So I literally, sorry, I'm like in the mirror, I literally just sort of pat along, drag it down. It doesn't matter if you go quite a bit over because we've got to do some blending work, so I wouldn't say cut it too short. I'd say just go a little bit more over, just so you've got a bit of room to work with the blending. If you find that you really struggle to get the line at the top, just take a smaller brush. This is the KJ Hughes, this is the number 22 brush. And sort of just this through and round, and then you've got the nice clean edge. And then what I do is, I don't look up for this, I try and look down. So I take the KJ Hughes, this is number 16 brush, it's just a flat brush, and we just pat this out, because what happens with my eyelid, if I like close my eye too much, or I'm like roll my eyes, or I move it too much, the concealer can go above where I put the line, and I obviously don't want it to do that. This is where I'm happy, where it sort of sits. I don't want it any more sort of above the crease. So this is what I just do to make sure it doesn't do that. And then what you can do is just sort of blend this through ever so slightly already. So I just take the brush that I used to put in the crease with. So this is the number 19. It's just sort of going back and forth. Also sort of take your finger, so take, would you call it a ring finger? And just sort of pat this through. Don't worry if it's not perfect just yet. Like I said, we're going to put down like a shimmer and stuff, and then obviously we'll do some more blending then. I don't think I'm going to remove the concealer either. I think I'm happy with how it looks, and then hopefully the products I'm using, actually no, don't want to remove it. I think I will remove it, but first of all I'm going to do this eye and then I'll remove it. Okay, and then when removing it, I literally take a cotton bud and my cellar water, so just dip this in. It doesn't matter if you remove it like completely. Obviously if you want like a really clean lid, then obviously take it all off, but as long as I've got the majority off, I'm not really bothered. Okay, so now that the majority is off, I'm going to go back into my eyeshadow base. So this was the Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. And I'm going to take a Spectrum and KJ Hughes. This is a number 15. I'll actually just take this. Okay, then for lid shade, I have got these two. So this is the Made by Mitchell. This is a liquid blusher. It's called like the Blursh. I can never say this properly, but this is what it is. And this is in Ice Ice BB. And then we have the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Frog. So I think I might go down with this first because this is liquid, and this, it's like a creamy liquid. It's very putty texture. If you sort of know, you know. But yeah, let's take the cream or the liquid blush first. So I'm just going to take a little bit on the back of my hand, literally like this, and then we're going to take a Spectrum and KJ Hughes. This is a number 20. You could probably take just one or the other, you don't have to take both, but I just wanted something like really glittery and just really sparkly and just really give it like loads of extra oomph. So then we have something that just looks like this, and now I'm going to take the Super Shock Shadow. So I will take the brush first, and then I probably will go with my finger after. So I'm taking the same brush. I'm just going to take the other side that I didn't use the liquid one on. Then just taking our finger. Sorry, I didn't realise it stopped recording. So I literally took my finger, hopefully you saw that, and literally just patted it on the lid. That was literally it. When you do buy Super Shock shadows, even if you're going to move on to the next eye quickly, just honestly seal it up and seal it up tight because it can dry out. So then what we're going to do is just going to do a little bit of blending work. So taking the two brushes that we used to do the crease and stuff. I don't take any extra products, this is just what's left on the brush. And we just sort of blend this through. And then you can also take the brush that you put on the shimmer with and just sort of angle it like this rather than flat, and just sort of drag it through as well. Then obviously you can go back into a little bit more shadow, so I'm going to take tan lines, and then we just have something that looks like this. So now I'm going to move on to do the liner. So I'm going to take Cocoa from the palette, this one here, and I'm going to take a Spectrum KJ Hughes. This is number 9 brush, And basically where the tape is, I'm just going to do like one singular line. And then what I do is I take a KJ Hughes, this is the number 21, and we just buff this out. And then just basically sort of filling in the gaps, so just going back in again. So it's just taking that brush as well and just working it into our lash line. So I'm extending it quite far out, but then when I remove the tape I will just sort of clean up the line and make it like a little bit shorter than what it is. Mixing a little bit of tan line and gingers on this number 21 brush. Just tapping off the excess. Just sort of putting a bit of that colour that we've got in the crease onto the liner. So as you can see, I removed quite a bit of it. So what I do is usually sort of off camera I might play about with it a bit more blending. So obviously what you sort of see on camera is not always what I'm doing. Sometimes I will come off and I think, oh, hang on a minute, like that's not right. Especially when I do like lashes and mascara, I never do that on camera because it's a hot mess when I apply and apply it. You're literally going to see none of it. All you're going to see is literally the top of my head when I do stuff like that. So yeah, don't feel disheartened if you're like, oh, why can't I do it as quickly as everyone else? Obviously I'm taking my time sort of off camera, I'm cutting things out and blah 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 blah. Honestly, this video would be so like just long if I was just here like perfecting things. You probably see a lot of me singing as well, which no one wants to hear. But yeah, now off camera I'm going to do lashes and mascara. So for mascara I'm going to take the Maybelline High Sky. This is in waterproof. I have very straight lashes and waterproof mascara just holds it up. So this is in black. And then for lashes, I'm going to take, these are from Kiss. So this is the Lash Couture Naked Drama Collection in Organizer. I think these are like soft but a little bit dramatic. So I'll see how I get on when I apply them. And if I'm happy, then obviously you'll see. If not, I'll let you know that I've changed them. So I do use the Kiss Lash Adhesive as well. I think it's one of the best ones. So yeah, I'm going to do that off camera, come back, and then obviously do the base, finish the eyes, and do the lips. Okay, so eyes are done, lashes are on, moving on to base makeup now. So to prime, we're going to take the Tatcha. So this is the Silky Canvas. I've used this, I want to say 2 or 3 times. Don't really know if it does anything. I've said it before, I'm not really a primer girl. But yeah, we're still using it because I'm like, well, I have it now. I do it to myself all the time as well. I'm like, I don't really like primers. I don't really feel like they do much for me. I don't have a lot of primers anyway. But I still like buy stuff like this. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just going to take this amount here and just basically take this all over. And I was like, oh, it's like I think Elf has a putty primer, which I really didn't like. It actually broke my skin out pretty bad as well. But yeah, I don't know if this like makes my pores smoother, it makes my foundation last any longer. The type of primers that I like serum kind of base ones. Bloody Nip and Fab used to do a brilliant one. It was like the it was like, do you know the Fasali gold elixir thing? They've done one like that, but I've stopped selling it and it was only like 15 quid and I absolutely loved that. It's one of my favourites. I still have a little bit left but I don't really use it. But yeah, I'm so upset, and I think they even had like a unicorn essence one. I really wish they brought it back because it was just so nice on the skin. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't really know if it does a lot. Like I feel like my skincare is giving what it needs to give. I just like that little extra bit of like oomph when I use, like I said, like a serum based one. Another great one is like the Elf serum primer. That's really nice. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to try and stop myself from buying primers. I'm going to test out the Hourglass one. It's like the Val primer. That would be probably after this video, I think. I would say, oh, like this could be next week, but honestly it could be next month, the way I'm uploading to TikTok to YouTube. So yeah, but obviously it will be up at some point. So yeah, after that I don't necessarily know if I'm going to buy any more. I think I'll just stick with what I got. I do like this. It's fine, but is it like revolutionary? Is it changing the game? Is it making my face look any smoother? A tiny bit, yeah, the smallest amount, but I wouldn't say anything like worth. I want to say this is like £40 odd. I actually don't know, I just bought it. So yeah, and this little thing comes with it, which I love. I love that Tatcha products do like these ones, so you don't have to dip your fingers in it. Obviously I would keep this where you keep the primer. I'm surprised I haven't lost it yet, but with their like creams, they put the little like spatula, it's got like a little loop that you push through, and I really like that. Anyway, enough blabbing about that. For foundation today, I'm going to take the Hourglass. This is the Vanish Stick Foundation in Porcelain. This is one of my all-time favourite foundations. I feel like this can do me no wrong. This has been a favourite for years and years and years. Will it ever change? I guess we'll find out, because I'm going to test out the new glowy one they have as well, along with the primer. I'm just buffing this out. So this is the It Cosmetics Love Is The Foundation brush. Really pretty actually, like, hands down. So I'm just blending this in. Got a little bit of a breakout on my chin. It's only a small one there. A little one on my cheek as well. I run out of my nighttime cream, so I've been using my daytime cream, which I just don't think it mixes well with what I'm using at night, because I use, so everything I'm using at the minute for skincare is Dermalogica. I was using like Tatcha and then Supergoop, and then I just was like, do you know what, nothing's like really doing it for me. Let me all switch to Dermalogica, because like this is my brand, this is like what I know, this is what I love. So that's why I sort of switched out, and I use the Bio Serum, no Bio, it's like the vitamin C moisturiser. So I use that in the morning along with obviously the SPF, which I can't remember what that's called. It's like the white tube with the yellow label. I use that and I really enjoy that. And then for night time I use retinol. I use the clearing retinol, which is really great. Honestly, I feel like it's made a huge difference to my skin. And then I use the, it's like a new one from their for the sensitive range. It's like the, oh, I have to put a picture, I have no idea what it's called. It's literally like a really fat small pump bottle, and I really love that sort of combination together, because the retinol can be obviously very drying, and I do have more sensitive skin, but I also have acne prone skin as well, so it's like trying to find the right balance. So yeah, that's what I would use in at a night time, but I run out and I just haven't managed to repurchase anymore. So yeah, I just don't think the vitamin C and the retinol are working together, because they're quite strong products. So I definitely need to buy some more of that cream. And then for concealer today, I'm going to take the Bperfect PowerPlay concealer. This is in N-Fair 2. This is like my all-time favourite concealer. This is the best of the best. This is what I expected Tarte Tape Shape to be for me, like all the rave about it. This is what I love. I don't like Tarte Shape Tape at all. I did have one, I think I gave it away to like a cousin or something, but yeah, just, nah, not for me. And I feel like Bperfect are sort of, they were like the rave, and now they've sort of like been slept on, but I don't think people realise that their face products are like the best of the best. The PowerPlay foundation is absolutely amazing. I really like, actually saying that, I know I'm like, I don't like primers. They have a gripping primer, which is absolutely like brilliant. I really love that. I love how that makes my skin sort of feel, how my foundation looks on top of it. I don't think there's any, I think that's the only stuff I've ever really tried from Bperfect. I definitely need to buy more. Now the liquid highlighters, that was like a big massive rave, wasn't it, when they had those out. I definitely need to try more. I literally have like backups of this. I have N-Fair 2, which is like my fair shade. I have N-Light 1, which is my more like, if I've got like a spray tan on kind of shade. But yeah, I bought like a backup when they were on sale from Beauty Bay. I think Beauty Bay still sell Bperfect. I know like they've sort of revamped and changed the packaging a little bit, so I don't know about that, but yeah, the best concealer. So what I like to do is I like to just let this dry for like a minute or two, just so it like warms up to my skin a little bit, and then I'll blend it out. So yeah, I'm just gonna sort of go ahead and do that. Okay, so now I'm gonna blend this out. So I take the Hourglass, this is the Vanish concealer brush, and I just pat this out. I don't think I really said, but obviously you can see the placement of the eyes, chin, little in a cupid's bow, and then the nose as well, and then obviously the forehead, which I've just blended out. Yeah, I love doing like makeup videos. I think it's like so much fun, it's relaxing, and it sort of just gives me an excuse to play with makeup. I used to, I think for a long time, maybe for about a year, I literally uploaded like twice a week and then like every day to Instagram, and it become like really overwhelming for me. I was like, I'm not enjoying it, I'm just doing it for the sake of it. And it's like, because obviously if you sort of, not that I'm really bothered about ever being an influencer or anything like that, I just sort of, you know, I do it because I enjoy it at the moment. So yeah, but it's like this whole thing like, oh, you've got to upload to like TikTok multiple times a day and Instagram multiple times a day and YouTube multiple times, and I'm just like, I don't have the time nor the energy for it. I'm quite happy with, you know, even if I could try and get back into the routine of doing like once a week, I'd love to do that, but at the minute it just sort of comes and goes. I have got a bunch of videos that I need to edit that I haven't done. So yeah, obviously you'll see like a bunch come up, but for a while I might start to do it and then I'll start to get quite a low mood, and then obviously it all sort of goes out the window because I'm like, just can't be bothered, like just don't want to do my makeup, I'm like lazy. But yeah, it's just, I'm just trying to get back into it. I definitely need to start with like TikTok. I have a few videos out, but it's so difficult because obviously TikTok's like in this format and then YouTube's in this format, and it's like, how do you sort of work that out? Especially if you're going to do like a makeup look, like I couldn't do one for YouTube and then do one for like, it'd have to be like separate sort of videos. Like obviously if I've already done this and I can go into TikTok and be like, these are the best like lipsticks that I own, blah, 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 you know, that kind of thing. But I guess I don't really know what the audience is for like TikTok really. Just, what do I usually see? Honestly, my TikToks lately is like a lot of like ads, a lot of people selling stuff. Quite like boring. Sometimes I get like funny little videos in between, but other than that it's like, yeah, like people like doing makeup and you think, oh, this is gonna be nice. It's like, this is the best concealer I've ever used, and then you look, it's like, buy it here, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm not like about those sort of videos. I just want to chill out and watch shitty makeup content, you know. And it's no disrespect to people that do go on and like do that. They're like, oh yeah, like buy this here and sell this here, and you know, whatever they're sort of doing. Obviously that's great for them, and obviously that's working out and it's brilliant. It's just, I don't think, well, I mean, I might change my mind, but I don't think I'll ever really be that TikToker or that YouTuber to be like, oh yeah, like this is such a great product for like everything. Like if I don't like something, I am going to say I don't like it. Like it doesn't really matter who I sort of upset in any way, shape or form. Obviously as long as I'm not upsetting like the community or people. Like if brands are like shitty because I'm like, I don't like this, it is like sucks, and they're just like bitchy about it, that's makeup. Like not everything is suitable for everyone, you know. Like, I might say, oh, Bperfect is the best concealer, and you might not like it. Same with like Tarte Shape Tape. Like the amount of people like, I love this and I despise it, you know. Everyone's different in every way. But now I think I'm just going on a bit of a rant here. So I buffed this out, so I'm just going to set the under eyes. So I'm going to take the Pat McGrath. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfecting Blurring Under Eye Powder, and this is in light. It's literally just a little small one. So I'm going to take a velour puff. So this is from Unicorn Cosmetics. It's like their little peach one, and we're just going to load this up and just press this in. Like everyone like talking about sort of like makeup products that people don't like. I love Pat McGrath like lip liners, lipstick. This is beautiful. Her eyeshadow palettes though, cannot for love nor money get it to work for me. Like I was saying at the start of the video, I have such oily eyelids, and it literally smears within like an hour or two. Like it's all like clumping, and it goes all like funny, and they are some of the most beautiful shadows, the most beautiful shimmers you will ever get in a palette, no doubt about it. But it just don't work for me. That's why I'm like trying to find a good eyeshadow base. I've tried it with the what's it called now? Smashbox one, and didn't work. Tried it with the Anastasia one, worked a little bit better, wasn't the best, and I will do anything to get that shadow, that palette even, to work for me. But I just cannot for love nor money. But I'm all for, I'd love to try like her cream blushes that she has in the sticks. They look absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so we are going to use a contour. So there's a lot of controversy around this brand. So this is Pink Honey, and I have used them in a couple of other videos. Obviously this is sort of, it was before the news come out, and obviously I've used it and it's been too late. So they obviously had like an influencer trip, and on the influencer trip there was literally like all, I think it was all like slim white women. So obviously there was a lot of like uproar. It's like obviously the makeup company is very diverse, everyone's included, boys, you know, girls, trans, different colours, different like abilities, not abilities, like access abilities, is that the right term I'm sort of looking for, like people with disabilities. So yeah, obviously I do have it, I'm going to use it, like I paid money for it, but obviously sort of knowing what you might know about them, obviously go and look them up and sort of see what you think of the whole thing. I'm not recommending to sort of purchase this, it's because I have it, like it's obviously wasteful. So this is the contour cake, and it is the S'mores and Kisses. It's just a very cool toned powder, cool toned cream. This is very much contour to me. I'll show you what I'm using for bronzer. So this is going to be the Fenty bronzer. Obviously you can see quite a bit of difference. Like this is very greyish and this is quite warm, and I think people sort of go, oh, I'm contouring the face, and I'll use like a warm bronzer, but to me that's like warming up the skin. It's giving a little bit more like colour to the skin. So yeah, what I was using, so I'm grabbing a brush here while I'm just talking nonsense. I've got to try and find the brush that I want. I was using the KVD Shade and Light palette, but yet again, even that wasn't like cool tone enough for me. So if you know of any really great like cool tone products, obviously for my sort of skin, then obviously let me know, because I am really interested, especially like cream. So how I apply this, I literally apply it the smallest amount. So I can see my face here, like I've got this shadow. So I literally don't really want to get my hair in it. I'll take it all the way up to here. And that's literally all I apply, and then I will take a little bit down the nose as well. But first of all I'm going to buff this out. So I'm going to take the crown brush. This is a C436 Gel Fibre blending brush, and I just sort of, I might have applied too much here, pull this up and into the hairline. I have definitely applied way too much. Just gonna hope for the best. And then I am just going to sort of bake under this a little bit. So I am going to take the Hourglass. This is the Veil Translucent Setting Powder. So I just give this a good spank. So then it just comes out into the lid. So I'm going to take the Velour Puff again from Unicorn Cosmetics and just do this. So I'd say it's much easier to do it with a loose powder. That is gonna go absolutely everywhere. Then I would say with a I don't know what the word is, loose, hard, set, compact. I don't really know what I'm trying to say here. So I will take a powder later on and I'll just sort of dust it away and sort of pat over it with that. But yeah, moving on. So now I'm going to take the same product. I'm going to do my nose first. I did say that, didn't I? And this is, I'm pretty sure it's like the Luxe, oh my god, my eyesight's terrible. It's like Luxe Shady Wady 182 nose contour brush. It's literally, this is how it looks. So I'm just going to take a little bit here. So this is the sort of shape I go for my nose shape, because my nose is, this bit's very round, and then I do just kind of cut it off a little bit there. This is obviously a lot of makeup, it's very heavy makeup. I usually don't, I mean I do like a lot of the steps, but I usually don't like contour my nose and do all the powder underneath. It's really just, like I said, when I'm sort of filling it, when I want to do it. So taking the other side of the brush, try and blend this in a line. And then going into the Fenty, so this is the Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer, and this is in the shade 02 Butter Biscuit. This is so stunning. So I'm just going to take the same brush, I'm just going to flip it over and just like that here, and just a little bit on the forehead as well, just sort of like in this region, and then just buffing this out with the same crown brush, sort of just blending this up rather than dragging it down. So my hairs, I've got like the tiniest little baby hairs. And then with the one on the forehead, just sort of pulling this back. Do just take my foundation brush. There's nothing extra on it, just sort of like this. Just so it's not so harsh. Then to sort of set it and add a little bit more, I'm taking the Fenty Beauty, this is the Sunstalk'r Instant Warmth Bronzer in 02 Shady Biz. So just take this on a KJ Hughes. This is a number 3 brush, and just, then for blush today, I'm going to do highlighter first. Then for highlighter, I'm going to take the Rose Ink. So this is the cream highlighter in Brilliant. So I'm going to take, no, I'm not going to take it on that brush, sorry. I'm going to take it on my finger and just like this on the cheeks. It's very pretty, very soft highlight. I wasn't too sure how I sort of felt about it when I did first try it out. I was like, I don't really know if it's doing an awful lot, but it's the softest highlighter. It's going to be just so pretty, really natural makeup. Obviously, I feel like her whole brand is quite natural. I wouldn't say like it's heavy or anything. Like I tried, I don't know, no, the video might be up beforehand, before this. If it is, I'll link it in the eye. If not, it'll be coming soon. But basically I tried out like a bunch of her stuff. So yeah, just really, really pretty, super natural. Then I'm going to take a little bit down the nose. So this is the KJ Hughes, this is number 18 brush, and just sort of pat it out with my finger. Then to add a little bit more, I'm going to take the Milk Cosmetics. This is the Digital Dust Highlighter in Stargazer. This is truly stunning. There's literally no shimmer in it. I've noticed a lot of the highlighters I do use has a lot of shimmer. Probably say this is the only one, along with the Anastasia and Amrezy one, that doesn't have glitter in it. So if you're looking for one with no glitter, those two are perfect. Obviously they've stopped making the Amrezy one, but I saw a TikTok and it's like, oh, have they revamped it and like just done it as their own? I'll try and find the one that's supposed to be in the name, and I'll put it on in the video like here, just so you can sort of see that if you didn't get to try it or it's run out. Apparently it's meant to be like really, really good. So yeah, I'm just applying this on top. And then just taking some on the brow. I do like to usually do my brow highlight before eyeshadow. Otherwise I feel like because obviously how sort of high up I have to do it, I feel like the shadow goes into the highlight, or the highlight, sorry, no way, hold on. The highlight will go down into the shadow and it will like take away what I've sort of done. So I'm just sort of fixing that with a little brush. Yeah, I don't like to take, I'm just going to take a little bit here because why not. I like to keep my nose highlight cream because I like the way it sort of reflects, and it's like, oh, is that like her natural sort of oily skin that's like glowing, or is that like makeup? It probably is makeup, but yeah. And then for blush today, I'm going to take the Rose Ink. So this is the lip and cheek colour in Anemone, I think it is. This is what it looks like. Some pointed out that it looks like a little toilet lid, and now I can't unsee it. But yeah, these are also refillable. You just pop them out and then refill it, which is obviously great. And I'm going to take a Spectrum. This is a BO5, and I'm just going to apply some of this. Like I said, very, very soft, very, very pretty. Definitely buildable. And then powder blush. I'm going to take the Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lightning Blush in Dim Infusion. I actually never tried this before. Or have I used it the other day? I can't remember now. And I bought these like ages ago. So I'm just going to take the same brush. So this was the number 3. I'm just going to take the other side that's not had the bronzer on it, and just, I do like to do highlighter before blush, because otherwise I feel like you get like this strip of highlighter. Obviously if you feel like you're missing a little bit, just sort of go over it a little again, but it's typically sort of okay. Then we're going to take the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, and I am going to take the Velour Puff and just press this. Then I'm going to take a brush. So this is the KJ Hughes number 2 brush, and just dust away the bake with it. Obviously you can dust away the bake, just no powder, or you can take a little bit more of the loose powder that you use. Like I said, this is just very excessive. But yeah. And then we're just going to add a little bit of colour on the lower lash line. So I'm going to mix Tan Lines and Ginger again, taking that on a number 21. I'll just add a tiny amount. And then taking the brush. So I got all like my brushes, I'll show you. So these are like the clean KJ Hughes ones, and then I put all the dirty ones in here. So they're like 2 separate pots, so I know what I've used. And I know, like, I don't have to wash these, I've just got to wash these ones. And I am very much a person that is, once I've used the brush, it's washed, it's back where it is. I can't use dirty brushes again on my face, I'm sorry. I've had enough acne and enough skin problems in my life to be sort of doing that again. So what I use is the Style Pro. I've used Style Pro for years. I've done a video on it years ago. It's quick, it's fast, it's easy, it's bloody brilliant. It's one of my favourite things ever. If I had to like wash them by hand, don't get me wrong, I would probably use all the brushes I ever own, and then I'll just do a bunch of washes. But honestly, people, I've seen like a lot of reviews, people are like, sorry, this is the 19 brush. I'm just sort of buffing this through. But people are like, oh, it messes up the brushes, like it, like what's the word I'm looking for? It like ruins them. But I've literally had no issues. Like I said, I've been using it for years. In fact, I love it so much that my old one broke and I bought a new one. But like I said, I probably had it like, it must be, I want to say it's been like 3 years since I've done that review. So, and I got that new one, I think last year. So yeah, definitely worth the money, I'd say. And then I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Rock and Kohl Iconic Liquid Eye Pencil. And this is in the, I think it's in Eye Cheat. It's like their, oh crap, I need to sharpen that really. It's their nude shade. So what I do with this, I'll take a brush, Velour Puff, and I'll pull the eye down and just go in. Hopefully you can see this. Then I'm just going to take a tiny bit of lower lash mascara, so you're going to see nose because it's on my head. Then we've got some setting spray. So this is the Revolution Hyaluronic Hydrating Essence Spray. So before I say it again, this is MAC Fix Plus, but 10 times better and 10 times cheaper. No, don't do this to me now. I just said this. I thought the pump broke. I think this is, I'd say it's my second bottle. I would definitely buy this again and again over time. So I just let this dry a little bit. I did have a handheld fan. I had a Colourpop and Mulan one, and I just don't know where it's gone, and I'm so upset, and I'm hoping one day I'll just magically find it. I've got a feeling it's probably like fallen behind one of my drawers or something. But yeah. Then I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And for lips today, I've decided this just now. I usually like to plan it all out. My lips are like super dry lately. I need to take better care of them. So with my hands, I'm just not doing it. But I'm going to take the Patrick Tar. This is the Precise Lip Crayon in She's Humble. It's clicky. That does bother me, but they're really, really nice. I absolutely love these. Then I'm going to take the Patrick Tar. This is the Monochromatic Moment Silky Lip Creme in She's something. Why can't I see this? She's Unapologetic. And then for lip gloss, this is the Patrick Tar. This is the Major Glow Lip Shine in She's Expensive. And then this is the completed look. I love how it turned out. I think it's super gorgeous, super cute. It's like a lot, but not a lot. I like to think when I'm like, oh, I'm going to do a natural look. Natural is not natural what I think it is, but I think this is just really soft, quite pretty, a little bit of glam, and that's the sort of makeup that I love. Like, I still love the whole 2016 like eye thing. I just, oh, it's so beautiful. I'm not into this whole latte girl, strawberry girl kind of vibe. It's just not me. It's just, I'm not. I'm a millennial. Like, I'm stuck in that era. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I